For sure, George. I think you own that title much more than anyone else.
So is there, I don't know if you can gauge how the reaction is to patient 17 yet, but help me understand where it fits in the Orchard's plans. Is this a hot time for this kind of stuff?
It is a hot time, and patient 17 is a big priority for everyone at our company, and we're very honored to have Jeremy on board. And 2017, as you know, has been a breakout year for UFO content, UFO documentaries, and it's definitely a renaissance period right now for the genre.
So how do you handle, we have a lot of filmmakers who listen to this program, budding filmmakers, people who want to put their own documentaries together. How do you handle unsolicited material? What happens?
Well, we review everything that comes in and have an open mind when reviewing any titles, but me personally, I really try and focus on the market leaders and who happen to be my heroes as well. So we only have so much time and energy, so we are very selective about what we distribute. Obviously, as Jeremy's film shows, and we try and work on films that we know are going to make an impact and reach a big audience.
And it has to be credible, I guess.
It has to be credible, of course.
Is there anything that's outside of the paranormal that's just too far out for you guys?
You know, it's hard to say. We focus mostly, as of now, on UFO material. That seems to have a really strong demand. I'm a big UFO fanatic myself, so that's what I gravitate towards. I mean, we like ghost material and all of that, but I think with UFOs it's so interesting because there's a lot of evidence, a lot of visual evidence that you can incorporate into films, and that's rare for the paranormal genre.
I mean, UFOs have been around a long time. Some of the biggest movies in Hollywood history have had UFOs and aliens. Is there a saturation point, or is there a hunger that's still not satisfied for this stuff?
That's a really great point. I think there's actually a scarcity of content in the home video market, specifically the documentary market, and it's an exciting time now because you have filmmakers like Jeremy. There's a lot of really great movies coming out in this space that really haven't been available in the past. So I think we're just seeing the beginning of this genre, actually, not in terms of a blockbuster Hollywood perspective, but more in terms of putting out the truth, real evidence, real films, real stories. I think it's just the tip of the iceberg.
I see what's happening with Netflix and Amazon and the online content, and I don't understand the business model. I really don't, because it seems like, as I mentioned, leading into our conversation here, I see the Orchard's logo all over the place, all kinds of little independent films and larger projects, and I don't know how it works.
Well, the distribution environment has certainly changed. There's a bigger audience than ever now. I mean, as you mentioned, Netflix alone has over 109 million subscribers. And in the past, to reach that many people, you would have to have a Hollywood studio behind you and a full-on worldwide theatrical release. Now we can put films out on Netflix and reach just as many people, I would argue, in a even more efficient way. The way the business works, it has changed certainly a lot, is we're still selling movies, renting, selling them digitally through platforms like iTunes, Amazon, Google, and then you have streaming services like Netflix that tend to, feature the films after their first run of for-sale distribution, and that's given these movies a much longer lifespan, and as I said before, we're just reaching more people than ever before, so it's a very exciting time.
All right, Jim Martin, thanks for chiming in with us here. We'll have you back sometime, and I am getting business cards made up with that title, Director of Paranormal Content for the Orchard.
Thank you so much, George. I really appreciate it.